Yeah, I've been working a lot. I haven't slept very much lately, so I tend to get a little paled out. This is if this is if Damon doesn't eat. If Damon doesn't feed. This is what happens to him. I think a good bit of what he does is out of loneliness. I mean, I think we do some strange things out of loneliness and anger, and I think the mix of the two creates a very dangerous scenario. Um, but also too, you know, there was a funny. Have you ever read the book Outliers? Do you know Malcolm Gladwell? He wrote Blink, The Tipping Point. He's a phenomenal author. Anyway, in Outliers, it's this book of it's called it's a story of success. Basically, he outlines very successful people in the world and how they work. But there's one excerpt in it about comedians. The funniest comedians are either Canadian or African American. And the interesting thing is that being a minority creates a sense of humor. You have to have humor to find something life funny when you are facing any sort of adversity in life, whether it be nationalization or prejudice, whatever it is. Having said that, kind of off on a weird tangent, but that having said that, Damon is humorous. He finds humor in things because he is very angry and very lonely, and which makes him funny at times. And so I think that there are a lot of layers that go in to making this guy why he is the way he is. And at first sight, yeah, he could just appear to be pretty mean. But I think maybe if you dive in a little bit, you might find some justification somewhere. Stefan did do something to him many years ago, and it had to have been something pretty bad to be ticked off about it 145 years later. The crow is interesting. It's really neat to see hang out with that bird. He's a craven. He's half crow, half raven, and a really beautiful bird. And it's amazing how they train this thing. He basically speaks it's human language. But it's interesting and trying at times, especially when the clock is ticking and can't get the bird to fly the right place. He's starting to. He's trying. I mean, he's tried since day one, or he's had his eye on her. Don't know if it's going to work, but he's going to try. Caroline, sweet Caroline. It's interesting. The interesting thing about playing a vampire is the fact that you lose the sort of human restraints that you would have. You're not prohibited to do very much physically. That lends itself to being a lot of fun, but it also lends itself to basically being able to do whatever you want. And so imagine a character who has mind manipulation powers, I can look at you and make you do whatever I want. I mean, how cool is that? So the Caroline thing, we will see. We will see what happens with that. But it's cute, and it's funny and sad all at the same time. So having fun is good. And I haven't played those people very often, and it's great to not have to take yourself so seriously. You know what I mean? Having fun is, even if you're being cruel sometimes, having fun is always great. And going to work and knowing that you're going to be having fun all day is